Guys, welcome back to a new video, and in this one I'm going to show you how you can create chords from a drop that you created, or just maybe you have a dope bass line, and make chords from that for your intro and breaks, and how you can really blend that with the drop, because in my opinion that is the most important element of dance music, especially dance music, of the intro and breaks and build up should all be little examples of what is going to be in the drop. So without wasting any more of your time, let's dive into it. And here's a preview of the drop that I made for this video. So the very first thing that we are going to do is to take this drop bass, this drop pattern, this drop rhythm, and copy this into our chords, which a pattern that we're going to make our chords in, which in this instance, it's a silent with, it's pretty much just a sine wave with some distortion. And I also have some RC20 on here. And the main thing here is we're going to create sustained chords first. So for the intro, which this is going to drag this, we'll drag this to the intro actually, we're going to be sustained chords right here. So what we're going to do here is get these going out this way, and then we'll do this for the whole entire chord progression. Then from here, what we're going to do is, this is also the simplest way to make chords. If anyone struggles with chords, this is the way. So copy this up one octave, then go down to the fifth. So I have highlighted here, the light notes here are the chord, or F major. These are F major. If we go up to the fifth of here, this is A. So let's highlight these, highlight all these up here, go down to the A, and then now we have chords. And then another thing I like to do after that is I like to find a note that kind of just finds my eye. You can really do the note of the key you're in. So we're in F major, or I guess it could be well, it's D minor, I guess, but I actually think I want to do the D. I think it might sound cooler on this chord right here. So if we restart it, maybe if we make the F here for like a seventh. So these are going to be the sustained chords for the intro. So ideally on top of this, we can copy this over. Ideally what you'll have is like a vocal or like a lead melody or a vocal chop on top of this. So I like to create a vibe first like this. But for the second part, we're going to take these same chords, and then we are going to go into our rhythm pattern I created. We're going to copy this exact synth. So go to clone. And then what we're going to do is make this pluckier. So another way to do this real quickly is to do that, put a cutoff on the envelope, dial this back. Then instantly we have like a plucky-ish sound. And then what we could do now is go back to that first pattern and to take our bass line once again. And then now we can copy this and then take these higher notes out. And what we're going to do now is take that rhythm of that drop bass and blend it with this break bass. And what we're going to do is, this will really blend in the main rhythm of the whole song into these breaks. So when the rhythm comes in the drop, it's not going to be too surprising. So this will really help the listener when they're trying to really find out like what the drop will sound like. Since these chords were easy to make, we'll do the same exact process. So we'll go down, bang, and then we can also go D across the board here. Actually, no, we don't have to here. So this is also one octave up. So and one of my big tips here are going to be, you can take out some extra notes that kind of don't make sense with it. So you can take out these little extra two. They're not really necessary. I wouldn't add any notes. I would only take out notes. So that's my only recommendation here. And then now we can also copy the drop melody here. Copy this drop melody into those same patterns. And then now we can really blend, really blend these two together. So let's go up a couple octaves. So now we have, so you guys can hear here, like here, we don't need these extra ones here. It's just not necessary. And what we could do is actually maybe Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll keep that same one right there. So yeah, all I'm doing now is kind of listening, like, what do I hear in my head that would make sense? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, once again, we can also take out these ones right here. Some of these extra ones, we just don't need them. They don't make sense for that rhythm. And what you guys will hear now is if we play the drop right after this, because we don't have a build up for this track, obviously, but what we can do now is we have a vibe here. So we have these sustained chords. You can create like a vocal chop, some kind of melody or vocal on top of that. Then we transition to this rhythm like a break. And one more thing in that drop, what we're kind of missing are the big brass stabs, which you guys can hear right here. Those brass stabs are key for kind of like the whole power of the song, and this break is also lacking a lot of low end too. So we can take these notes right here, and then I actually knew I was going to do this, so I created a little synth brass here with just 2 saw waves. We can actually put this one up an octave. So it's, and if we put this down to like the second, this could sound super dope. So now we have this kind of effect. You guys see what I'm doing here? Like, I'm really creating the whole drop, just dial back the sound, dial back like every huge element that's there. And I'm really just creating something that is like a variation of the drop, but dial back, and the creator or the listener, sorry, won't be confused when they hear the drop. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope it can spark some inspiration, get you guys working on some songs, get you guys stuck out of, maybe if you're working on the track, you're like, what do I do after this? But if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down below, and I'm reading all the comments, so just let me know. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the very next video.